Okay, well, I'm not looking at the side of this because I'm checking the audio levels.
Looks like Sophie's doing all of the reading today.
Okay, volume control, recording, remap stream. Okay, Sophie, make a sound.
Do not kick the ottoman.
I'm gonna kick the ottoman.
Okay, Sophie.
I'm gonna kick the ottoman so hard. I'm gonna do nothing but kick the ottoman for the remainder of this session.
Yeah, keep your effort louder, please.
Oh, yep, as loud as I like, thank you. This is a free country for the next several weeks.
Okay, Alex, say something loud.
Something loud.
Okay, I think that's all the inputs, so we're getting everything in Audacity. Okay, I'll go first. Sophie, make a sound.
Why?
Alex.
Yeah, hi.
Woo!
I gotta go home and finish my Episcopal video tonight.
Oh, yeah, the latest Episcopal
The
build
deadline tomorrow.
Oh, right, because you had the one that you had scheduled for release. And
Yeah,
you had
and
another
then
one.
I didn't because I had this other one because there was a...
I thought scheduled meant uploaded to YouTube.
As in I was going to finish it and then I spent the time that I was going to finish it in making a different video.
I was going to say, in real content lingo, scheduled means you've uploaded it to YouTube and you've set a release date. Kind of, yeah. Parentheses, homophobic, derogatory.
Parentheses, derogatory, yeah.
Okay, backup is recording now.
Okay, we're all good.
It's because I hate gay people.
Yeah.
I hate transsexuals.
What?
I hate Americans.
Internalized transphobia.
Oh, I got shit tons of that, man.
You're a professional.
But this has nothing to do with that.
You should sell it.
They call me the next Blair White.
Uh-huh.
Can we do the podcast now?
Yeah, I digress.
I'm hungry and I want to go home.
Have you considered eating before the podcast?
No.
Cool.
To be honest with you, no.
I love rolling up, starting the podcast with hungry and ready to be done.
I have a green lollipop.
Is that like...
I like to sort of like unsheath it like it's a sword.
Katana.
I have a green
Someone special like Halloween?
No,
or is
it's
it?
a Jolly Rancher.
Oh.
Someone was instantly circumcised when you pulled that out. Katana style.
Hell yeah. They call me the whatever guy in Judaism does the circumcisions. I think it's a rabbi.
I don't know.
Anyhow, welcome to the internet, live from Alex's basement apartment somewhere in an alternate dimension. This is the Red Line Podcast. I'm your host, quote, mad about urban planning again, unquote, Dunstan, and these are my co-hosts.
Kyle, quote, the woker, close quote, Holland, and...
You should have said what I put down.
I'm not saying what you put down.
I'm not saying that.
And Alex, quote, back from Seattle, Fielder. Today we're discussing New York's least used rail transit service, the Staten Island Railway. Just why does the SIR still exist, and will it ever be connected to New York City proper? All this after the news.
Do.
That might be like the most downbeat version we've heard.
Well, and
of
that's the end of the news anyways. We're doing reverse
The
news, so
Honolulu's-
talk backwards.
The Honolulu Skyline's airport section has finally opened up today.
I heard about that. Now they'll get more
It's
than
not
3
today,
riders.
It's last week. I don't know why I wrote today. After decades of planning and years of construction. The 5 miles of new track connect to Joint Base Pearl Harbor, one of the largest military bases in the U.S., the Honolulu Airport, and a number of other destinations. In addition to new trackage, the system's operating hours are also being vastly improved. Trains will now run from 4 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., finally making it a valid commuting option. And I think that before it was like 9 to 7 or something.
And apparently the reason for that is they didn't want to add an extra shift at their human operations center because nobody was riding the thing because they hadn't built the part that goes anywhere.
Didn't go anywhere. It was just like, what if we built a line and only had the suburban section of that line?
Which they did because you got to have the maintenance yard.
I would have built the city center.
I would have not dug up human remains.
I would also have not dug up human remains. I would have simply kept going.
Just lied on the form.
That's right.
No artifacts.
Sacrifices must be made.
Okay.
This is not my actual opinion, to be clear. I support respecting the remains of Indigenous Americans.
Well, the current issue is that while they do have the downtown section locked in, and I believe under construction,
they don't have the mall extension locked in.
Yeah, because they're due for another increasingly small extension or two past that, because downtown is great, but there's also a university, a mall, and
so what I'm
Waikiki
saying
Beach
is
they have to go to.
Prime Minister Mark Carney, my people yearn for freedom.
Mark Carney is going to build heart.
Mark Carney, when he takes over the West Coast after America falls apart, and Hawaii, because Canadians need somewhere to vacation for without a passport, will build the skyline for Canadian prices, and that is a guarantee.
You know, I feel like colonialism is less evil when you're doing it against other colonialist countries.
Like I feel like this will be very voluntary.
Yeah, probably at this point. Yeah, true.
Like
it's not colonialism if you don't kill everybody and subvert their will to self-govern.
No, you can still do colonialism without killing everyone.
Yeah.
It's pretty advanced.
I know, that's kind of like
Brits should try that.
Woke well, as far as colonialist empires go, they were not the best at killing people.
I think, was it the Dutch that was the best?
That's the Belgians.
Yeah.
And the Germans. Shocking. Anyhow, importantly, these new tracks set the stage for what will be the real superstar of the skyline, the city center section. Although not expected to be completed until 2031, the city center section will finally complete Skyline and make it a viable way to get around Honolulu. Until then, you're stuck taking the bus, capital T, capital B.
Yeah.
Thank God they named it the Honolulu Area Rapid Transit and not Honolulu Rapid Transit. Or it would...
Well, good, because it doesn't go in Honolulu yet.
Even then, it would have been absolutely cancelled.
No. I think this is mostly like state funding. So, if I recall correctly.
Hey, no funding is safe.
Also, the VTA made the dumbass decision to build the massive trillion-dollar single-bore BART tunnel through Silicon Valley.
Because there's no other way to build trains, just the most expensive way.
No other way that BART has demonstrated that it is possible to build trains, perhaps above ground, or even a cut and cover. You know, none of these things exist on the BART network. Only deep-bore tunnels.
Well, why is it single bore too? Why don't they do...
Because they love burning money.
Because they can put the stations inside the bore instead of digging giant station pits.
Because they don't want to cause any disruption to anyone, because everyone in Silicon Valley is the most insanely NIMBY person you've ever met, multiplied by 5.
So you put the station in the bore and then you mine out sideways to the staircase pit.
So it'll take like a half hour to get from the station to the surface.
Probably, yeah, actually. Like Bart Caltrain.
How deep is
especially if you have any, 200 feet. Especially if you have any disabilities at all.
Oh my god. Then you get to use the broken elevator.
And the 10 ranks of scissor escalators that they're planning on.
This is going to be like the
max.
Why
can't they just do the thing that they did on the Central Subway, where they just have the universe's longest escalator from the T platform to the rest of the Palace Street Station?
God.
I want to see how deep the link stations I was in were.
Not that deep.
It felt deep, but maybe...
These may be like, how far underground is the one in Portland?
Really far, and there's a lot of warnings on that staircase.
What?
The staircase to get up the one under the park.
231 feet or something?
The U-Link station, I think, is 300 feet.
That's a lot. That's really deep.
How deep is Washington Park Station?
It sure felt deep. And
no, it can't be 300 feet deep because...
Washington Park's 260.
Is still the deepest in America.
Yeah, because Washington Park's still on top.
Imagine us actually fact-checking ourselves. Is it U District Station?
Yeah, U District. I guess the deepest part of the U District, tunnels, is 300 feet.
Maybe the part under the whatever river that is, or inlet.
It's under a park on Capitol Hill.
Aha! I found the source I wanted for the Heart thing. So sorry for jumping around on topics. But the Heart Airport expansion is going to go leaps and strides towards making Heart useful for going downtown, because The terminus matches up with the main local buses that run through east-west through Honolulu, as opposed to before where it did not, and you were better off just getting on an express bus and skipping Hart entirely. So now it's at least like a bus connection thing.
Yeah, you can connect to the bus.
Yeah, it's pronounced the bus. Yep.
Anyway, this has been the news.
Do.
Who's doing it today?
Do you want Alex to do it? Do you want me to do it?
I haven't heard Kyle do it
You
in a
haven't
while.
done it in a while.
Yeah.
I'd never volunteer because I'm busy ad-libbing the whole way. Anyways, let's get those ergonomics.
This doesn't really taste like an apple.
Oh,
Does
do
it
I get
taste
to...
like a Jolly Rancher?
Oh, fun. I get to edit you eating that out. I forgot to tell you no. But for future reference, absolutely no food of any kind whatsoever, no matter how quiet you think it is during the recording. These mics are actually pretty decent. Yeah, I feel appreciated. I can see that spiking.
You should kick the ottoman while you're at it.
CD exclusive.
Hey, I've been very good about kicking the ottoman.
CD exclusive, but it's 74 minutes of Sophie doing that.
Oh, there are people who would pay for that. Not our usual clientele, but they would pay.
Chasers.
No. This is the wrong podcast for that kind of humor.
Kyle's looking up how to kill us.
Yeah, in Google AI mode, so I can get a wrong answer that won't work. Because I love you guys.
And still get arrested by the FBI. What's really annoying about Google AI is that you absolutely cannot turn it off.
There's a plugin you can install, so it doesn't...
I know, I've been trying to do it with the ad blocker, but they change it up so often that's not working reliably. So I gotta
There's
get a plugin.
a special plugin.
I think I'll have to
Use
get
my
that.
humanity destruction machine. Use it.
No,
Use it.
I literally just want it ad blocked. And DuckDuckGo has one too, which I did successfully ad block because I use it without cookies.
Why does everybody need a stupid AI search feature?
To destroy the internet and inflate the valuations of AI companies.
Oh, this bubble, it's going to be very satisfying when this bubble bursts.
It is, and then maybe the internet will come out in one piece.
Maybe we can short it and become billionaires.
Wee woo. This is not financial advice. Wee woo.
Oh, I want a short OpenAI. I like that idea. Because short positions have never gone wrong in the history of the world.
Let's go gambling. Hey, if you get rich, good for you.
Okay, you gotta read the thing.
Yeah, sorry, I was pulling up stats. So, Staten Island, New York's fifth borough, the most forgotten about, the smallest borough, the little apple that you buy in like the plastic bag at the grocery store.
Staten Island, it's actually the best borough. It's true because many Republicans on Staten Island, and we love Republican Americans.
Are we gonna start calling Trumpers Republican Americans?
You know, that would ironically be pretty funny. MAGA Americans, we love the MAGA Americans. We think they're great. Just Dance Vance, he and I, we love
Just Dance Vance. That almost fits in so too well with the impression. Okay, Staten Island, New York's fifth borough. Also, New York's most forgotten and underserved borough in terms of public transportation. All the other ones are filled to the brim with trains and have like 50 million undersea tunnels. Staten Island does not.
because it sucks.
Because the train sucks or because Staten Island sucks?
No comment.
Ouch. Owned. So Staten Island has a density of about 8,000 people per square mile. And it has a reputation of being the least city-y part of New York City. Maybe more Long Island vibes, do we think?
Oh, what if Long Island was worse? Okay, what's next? In a city where 10 million people ride transit a day. Why is no one riding transit in Staten Island, Kyle? Tell me.
Because it has one damn train, the Staten Island Railroad, so it's called, which apparently, you told me this earlier today, gets about as many riders as Utah Transit Authority's Red Line.
Womp, womp, womp,
A surface, low-floor light rail line built on a shoestring and a half.
Mm-hmm.
The half is the parts we built for $50 million a mile.
I think they have
25.
comparable ridership per mile as well, which is pretty pathetic.
That's genuinely depressing.
Now, I see that it says it was had its beginnings before the Civil War. Do you think ridership is about the same?
It could be worse, honestly. Like, I can imagine, like, being in, like, Tottenville, which is the point of Long Island. Like, the far point, not...
Oh, the furthest one?
Yeah,
Where you have to take the train all the way, then get on the ferry. Or
I can
go
imagine,
drive.
like, those guys just, like, riding the crap out of this thing. But why would you do that now?
Yeah. And how, like, people per mile was higher back then, too, because of slums?
Magic. Yeah, slums.
Slums?
Industry.
Because of industry and because of train-oriented urban development.
Boo. I hate trains.
Where's the goddamn population? There we go.
The population of Staten Island is like the population of Boise. Metropolitan area.
500,000?
Oh, okay. Well, a little less than.
Yeah. Okay. The reason I pulled up the population graph is the population of Staten Island has decade by decade only gone up. Now, by wildly varying amounts. So this isn't like a Rust Belt issue where the people just left, so obviously nobody's riding the train because there's less people. So if the ridership is any lower than historical ridership, that sounds like a skill issue / planning
spending
issue.
most my life living in an Italian paradise.
So the cat's going to be eating
Ate
in the
spaghetti
background.
once or twice.
Weird Al, at least.
This is not Weird Al. This is Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah,
That
Amish
Weird Al
Paradise
did
is...
the Amish Paradise.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
I wasn't doing that, though. I was doing Gangster's Paradise.
Dude, this
But,
is the
but
same
you were doing a
format
parody of Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah, not Amish Paradise.
But like the famous parody is Amish Paradise.
I don't really know what that is, but okay.
Okay.
Churn butter once or twice.
I feel so uncultured sometimes.
Okay, anyways. What year was the Civil War? There is a quiz.
1860.
Okay, so the population of Staten Island in 1860, for reference, was about 25,000.
Oof.
So anyways, before the population of Staten Island even reached a meager 25,000, the residents and the railroad tycoons or whatever started building them a railway, which was going to span the entire island from the southwest to the northeast and connect the island's developing communities with ferries to Manhattan and Brooklyn. Why do you have a lighter?
I found it.
I'll take that.
I'll
Anyway,
put it away.
um,
I'm not going to start your house on fire, don't worry.
I wish we had barons of any kind these days.
Oh, are we talking
the
about
fun kind.
Cornelius Vanderbilt now?
Is it? It's not Vanderbilt, is it?
It is Vanderbilt.
It is
Barons.
Vanderbilt?
We need
Oh.
barons that do fun things. I was at the Sweet
Cornelius
Streets.
Vanderbilt was not a fun things guy.
He was practical.
He was a murderous strikebreaker, is what he was.
Oh, true. At least they got a railway.
No.
Gotta take the good with the bad.
No, you
No?
probably don't. Maybe we shouldn't do murder and strike breaking. But anyway, speaking of barons, if we're going to get barons, we should get some barons that at least do fun things. I was at the Sweet Streets committee meeting on Monday, and we were talking about how there are a lot of Salt Lake business interests that want to do deeply evil things, such as halt all housing development downtown and put it west of the lake, so they can make more money on single-family housing, such as make every road 1 million lanes wide.
I support both of these.
Is this?
Especially the lake bit, because then we might finally get Lake Runner.
Is it
Lake Runner.
West of Utah Lake?
No, Tooele.
I meant west of Utah Lake.
Oh, ew.
I was gonna say like west of the Great Salt Lake is kind of
Uninhabitable.
Dirt.
kind
People.
of flat.
At
and
least
salty.
west of Utah Lake is
Can we-
pretend and
No.
uninhabitable.
Here's what we need.
Uh-huh.
And I'm speaking in like ex cathedra right now. In other words, what I'm saying is infallible. That's a reference to Catholicism.
You got a license for that.
I'm speaking ex cathedra right now, and what I would like to say is that number 1, here's my genius plan: we refill the Great Salt Lake. Number 2, we build a bunch of houses on the other side. Number 3, ferry across the Great Salt Lake directly into downtown Salt Lake City via the Jordan River and canals. Number 4, profit ?
A big question mark with the Jordan River ferry going 2 miles an hour and clipping on every bridge.
We'll rebuild them.
I think it would also be...
And we'll make it like an English narrow ferry so I can fit in the tiny canal.
So in other words, we'll channelize the entire Jordan River and destroy decades of progress reconstructing natural wetlands.
Yes.
I think you would also need to dredge a good amount of the Great Salt Lake to have it be deep enough.
No,
for
these
large...
narrow boats only need like 2 feet of draft.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought this was like a big ferry.
No,
like
this
a...
is going to be
it's
like
going in-
every like 10 seconds it'll come in and out, and it's just a bunch
Every
of
10 seconds.
small boats sort of going
Should it
across
just be
the
on like
lake.
a
Put 'em on a
big-
rope
big
at that
rope?
point.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Oh yeah, it should be like a conveyor belt, or like that thing that they had
Like a
at
clothesline.
the one Tom Scott thing with the electric ferry that had draw from a catenary.
A catenary electric ferry?
Yeah.
That's crack.
It's like tethered
It's
underwater.
like a trolley bus,
Oh my god.
but electric and a ferry. Yeah, we'll have this whole thing. It'll be great. And UTA will make a great new ad about it. Every 10 seconds, the service is so
They
fast.
would, and it's people dancing and falling off of narrowboats and hitting their heads on bridges. No, but actual like ivory
dedicated
homes
waterways.
and whatever don't give a shit about that sort of transportation.
Do
They
you
just
think
want to make a
Ivory
bunch of
Homes
money.
will show up to the meeting tomorrow?
Probably not.
Ivory Homes is more of a down south.
Yeah.
Now look who's being problematic.
But anyway, oh my god. So anyways, our actual single-family home builders, it's not housing, it's not development, it's homes and it's building, because developers are evil when they build apartments and great when they build single-family homes.
Okay.
Hashtag influencer.
Building
Hashtag
and
woke.
home should be in quotes.
They are
Because the construction is very...
I support
true.
I support anything. I support all apartment construction. I do not support any single family home construction. I'm not at all nuanced in my position on this.
There we go. Fresh hot takes.
If you tear down a single family home, you should not be allowed to rebuild it. You should have to build a 40-story apartment tower where it previously was.
The new California law that passed, SB 79?
Yeah, that will make you do that.
Essentially, yeah. Well, it won't make you do that. You can do anything that was already allowed under local code, but if you want to use like the special fast track exemption, there is a minimum density and unit count. And you also cannot touch anything that has been rent controlled at any point during the last 7 years. I think they might be onto something. But point is, our single family housing developers don't give a crap about your Jordan River ferries.
Boo.
They just
Do
want
they
to
care about my Utah Lake ferry?
I don't think they care about that either.
Which gets you from Saratoga Springs to Vineyard.
They just want to make a bunch of money off of status quo sprawl, and they would like to clog
Boo.
up the housing development process downtown.
I want the UTA ferry.
So point
Give
being,
it to me.
we could use some like big money, big business barons that are doing the opposite of our existing housing developers and Ryan Smith and everybody.
So this is why they should make me a billionaire.
Probably, yeah.
By shorting
I think
OpenAI.
Yeah, I'm going to become a billionaire by shorting Sam Altman's OpenAI.
Still, not financial advice.
And then I will build so much housing in Vineyard and also a ferry to Saratoga Springs just because I can. Because that's what rich people do, is stupid stuff that they can do because they can.
Vineyard's gonna have taller buildings than Salt Lake.
Yes, it will. It will have like the stupid evil tower that they're building in Saudi Arabia or whatever. We're going to build one twice that tall. It's going to be taller than Mount Timpanogos. Will this be practical? Absolutely not.
Are you going to have like a bridge over to Mount Timpanogos so you can just...
Yeah, like a sky bridge, and you sort of can, or a zip line. A zip line from the top of the, I don't know, Burge Vineyard.
This got off the rails. This got off the rails so fast.
Yeah, the Burge Vineyard, you have a zip line to the top of Mount Timpanogos.
See, I was thinking a few like relatively practical,
This is
like
liberal Joe Rogan.
10, 20-story buildings. Vineyard land is not that expensive.
Well, neither was the empty desert of Dubai when they built the tallest building in the world, and then it became valuable. Stonks.
What I was getting at... I was getting at actual per unit cost increasing with height past a certain point, but you know.
Well, I don't care.
Okay.
I'm Jeff Bezos. I have more money than God. Like,
Jeff Bezos.
Jeffrey Bezos. Hey, Jeff Bezos, my people yearn for freedom. Build the tallest building in the world in Salt Lake City. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad we've done our best to make sure
Preferably
listeners,
wherever it will piss the most people off.
to make sure our listeners cannot take away any concrete housing policy objectives whatsoever from this episode because we immediately go off the rails.
They've also probably forgotten
The
what
point
the
of a-
episode's about.
Probably.
It's not, in fact, about a vineyard fairy. It is about
We were talking
something
about
much better.
Gilded Age barons and how if they weren't murderous strike breakers, maybe we could use a couple in 2025 to have them build railways with their money.
Isn't that what Brightline West is?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
we
know
need
who-
more.
Who's the rich guy? I mean, it was Richard Branson, but now it's not.
It
Funny
was,
space
and then
man.
it was, what's the,
Elmo Tusk?
I don't know, big, like, equity hedge fund thing.
BlackRock?
No, it's its own thing.
Berkshire Hathaway? Vanguard?
Redline Podcast.
The Redline
LLC.
Podcast Holdings
Yeah,
Incorporated.
we wish we had a holdings company.
The Redline Podcast Immense Wealth Holdings Incorporated.
Ooh, spicy news. I gotta read it before I can tell it to you.
What's spicy
Okay.
news? I'm pulling up Reddit.
The
We're going to
news
see
part.
what r/transit says.
The news part 2.
Oh, yeah, Fortress Investment Group.
Oh, okay.
And
There's r/transit.
apparently they sold the Florida East Coast Railway to a company in Mexico.
Yeah. Transit. There are 4 trolley buses parked next to each other in the Netherlands. That's very charming.
Checks out.
There's a tramway in Chongchun, China that looks suspiciously like the New Orleans tramways. Metro train designs from around the world.
Very cool.
What are we looking at?
Metro designs from around the world.
That'd be
Cute.
great on a tote.
It would be good. on
Real.
the
We want to get a tote bag.
boat.
Toting it up.
Lost
God. You should not have
Vegas.
let me present. We're so off the rails. It's not even funny.
Las Vegas restaurants heated over $400 million bus transit system project.
Okay, back to the second bullet point.
We're not on the second bullet point.
The second big bullet point.
Oh, okay. We're on the
We
second
very
bullet
much
point.
are with like.
Okay,
a
well,
few
let's
lines
get
in.
this moving. And this is why I am normally the one who talks and you are the ones who
Who
riff.
interjects.
Because I talk, because I riff much
On-
more insanely than you do.
I can enable it, so.
You
Yeah.
do enable it. You're an enabler.
Woo! Cheers to enabling. Okay, so the residents of Staten Island received help from the Gilded Age robber baron Cornelius Vanderbilt. This would be Vanderbilt's first railway investment.
And he became like the railroad guy.
Yeah,
So
and
this
this
was a big deal.
And this was not altruism. This guy owned the ferries and was just here to make a shitload of money off of everybody else's backs.
Yeah, no, he owned the only ferry from the east side of Manhattan to Staten Island. So he's like, what if I connected that to a train? Then it would get more people on it.
The plate
Smart train could never. Smart train.
plate etched like old drawing of Vanderbilt like holding a poor person upside down and shaking him out for coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but at least they figured this out. The smart train has still not figured this out.
Having a ferry connection.
I mean, it has a ferry connection, but it's a 20-minute walk.
I don't get how it's so far.
Like, you couldn't have just, like
It's so
like
far.
had like built a little viaduct and had it snake over a few feet. Like, couldn't have been that expensive.
It's not very smart, is it?
No, it really isn't.
Continue.
Okay, so the Staten Island Railway was completed in 1860, passenger service beginning the same year, using steam locomotives, which checks out for 1860. The railway did melt. The railway.
Yes, it did melt.
It did. God. The railway did well at first, even buying out a number of independent ferries. Robbing and baroning. But then disaster struck. A ferry exploded in the harbor in 1871.
You gotta remember all these things are running off steam boilers. So
That's
just like
true. Those
at
do
any
like
time,
to explode and
they
kill
have
everyone.
basically an atomic bomb inside of them.
Steam boilers were really the lithium-ion batteries of the 1870s.
What, in that they explode and
a
kill
hoverboard.
everyone occasionally?
Battery electric multiple unit trains are the new steam engines, in that they have a risk of exploding and killing everybody.
Oh, that's kind of good. We're returning to a
That's kind of good.
no,
Knee-jerk
look,
reaction.
hard times create strong men.
Strong men create
Okay.
good times.
Good
Good
times
times
create
create weak men. And
Weak
I think that the weak men is the battery electric train in this
Okay.
case.
I
And
thought
the-
it was
the-
good
the
times create
strong
soft
men-
men, and I like soft men.
And the strong man is an electric train, and
Uh-huh.
the weak time before that is steam train. I don't know. You see where I'm
So,
going
so we're
with
in
this.
a circle between exploding trains and non-exploding
Yes.
trains.
Hydrogen trains would also probably
Oh
explode.
god, probably, yeah.
Wait until we get battery front runner.
Oh
I can't
god.
wait for it to blow up on
Watch that thing hit a garbage truck.
at North Temple Station and just kill 10,000 people.
Oh.
Because there are more people living there than anywhere else. Anyhow, continue.
This is better than your idea of onboard nuclear frontrunner.
I don't
No,
see a problem with that.
I think nuclear, it could be safer.
yeah, just go like one
honestly.
of the submarine style
Do
ones on there.
like molten salt reactor, or like the ones with the pellets that drop out of suspension.
As with the diesel and the
Yeah, and
batteries,
if it becomes a real problem, you can just sort of drop it and it'll fall into the ballast. The nuclear,
the
stuff.
melting nuclear core, yeah,
Yeah,
and that
and then
won't
you
cause
just
any
keep-
problems.
you just keep going and you're fine.
or have
Pick-
the nuclear power plant
pick it up
next
on
to the
Sunday.
rails.
No.
As
No.
with diesel, as with natural gas, as with batteries.
It's a cat.
Oh, it's the cat. Okay. As with the diesel, natural gas, batteries, hydrogen, whatever, just put it next to the train or 100 miles away and put a wire. It's literally more efficient.
Literally more efficient.
Literally.
Literally.
Okay.
More efficient, don't you know?
Okay.
And also you can transition to renewables, which you
Transition
can't
to greatness.
which you can't do when you're stuck with diesel and with hydrogen, because the only affordable hydrogen is as a byproduct of natural gas extraction.
Transition back to coal.
Thanks, Germany.
Germany.
What's in the
I can't read
corner?
it.
It says transition to greatness and it has a trans flag on it. Mr. Donald Trump's tweet, naturally.
Okay, so the year after the explosion, the railway line was being foreclosed. Interesting. And had to be sold off to George Law.
And he was a failed presidential candidate for a weird third party. Fun fact
I was about to
him.
ask who the hell that is.
in
And
the 1850s.
and his brand new Staten Island Railway Company. Wow, they really named stuff dead on
I love
instead
to
of
call
naming
it the
it
Cirque.
instead of naming it like Entrata, which is a real company in like Lehigh or something.
That sounds very stupid.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so he didn't do very well, and then by the end of the decade, the line was sold again to guess the name. Guess
The
the
Baltimore and Ohio.
name. We wish the Staten Island Rapid Transit Company.
I'm too early.
Did it make the trains faster? Perhaps, we may never know. Once we get our
The
DeLorean,
trains,
we can
they're
go check.
much faster.
Yeah, this is like the UTA Go stops that definitely make the buses faster by having green artwork and little statues of green people.
I'd say that makes a huge difference.
Okay, so now expansions of the Staten Island Rapid Transit Company's newly acquired line were undertaken and brought the line to its current terminus at St. George Station. Which end is that on? Is that on the Manhattan end or
North
the
End,
far
Manhattan End.
Okay, so it just brought the ferry closer
Yeah, and you know why it was named St. George Station?
after St. George, Utah?
No, after
St. George after
After-
actual St. George.
after the guy who used to own the system,
Oh.
and he wouldn't sell it to them unless they named the station after him. So they named it St. George.
St.
That's
George's.
Because it would sound a little bit less weird than just George Law Station.
That was he actually a saint though?
No,
Why did he get a name of the station Saint?
Because they're Catholic and they name everything after saints. I
Or
don't
maybe,
know.
well, he's not a saint. Maybe because he had money.
Because he had money and it was close to his name is, I think, the idea here.
Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
Yeah, and also they wanted to consolidate all the ferries there. So, because it was like a good spot for like a ferry harbor.
That seems like a pretty good idea.
Mm-hmm.
The 1880s were very big for the railway. A new line was constructed along the north shore of the island, called, shockingly, the North Shore Branch,
What?
in several stages, which were completed in 1886, as well as the line to the South Beach portion of the island. Now, I did not know the Staten Island Railway had a branching service. I thought it was just one line.
Mm-hmm. It had a branching service.
Let me guess, these got canceled and dug up or abandoned later?
Mostly. Well, yes.
Rip. It's a big island. It needs a branching service. Like, this line does not go everywhere. Or it needs working buses. What? Everybody should just drive into Manhattan?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. They should build a giant 10 million space parking garage on the west side of the Holland Tunnel. And you can board a Port Authority bus to go to the bus terminal.
Wow.
Love it.
You're genius. It's almost frightening.
What would the land area of a 10 million space parking garage
Have
be?
you looked at St. George Station on the Staten Island Railroad? Because
No.
it's crazy. It has, supposedly, according to Wikipedia, 10 tracks. Because it used to be a big... Because it used to be... Because we'll get to this. But the B&O, when they bought this, which happens after what we were just talking about, the B&O bought this in 1885, and they needed a terminal so that people could get into Manhattan, because this was still in the time when you had to take a ferry to get into Manhattan from the mainline railway stations. So, like, there would be all these huge terminals.
So the B&O terminated there.
The B&O terminated there.
That's crazy.
And then you would get the ferry into Manhattan.
I never thought of Staten Island as like a mainline rail terminal, but I guess that makes sense because it just kind of keeps going.
I don't think it was like a ton of services, but there were some services that did this. So
really, we should extend the Staten Island Railway all the way down to like Philly or something.
yes, let's have like a 45-mile-an-hour rapid transit line from New York to Philly. That will cause no problems. Also, this part of Staten Island next to the ferry terminal is like New Jersey dense, and I mean that as a compliment.
Slay.
Can we continue?
Yeah, just repositioning. Much of this expansion was made possible because of an acquisition by the B&O, the Baltimore and Ohio Railway, which leased the railway lines for 99 years in 1885.
They really liked to do that back in the day.
Really sounds like a Hong Kong kind of deal.
I'm glad there's like the common law limit on like a 99-year lease. Can't go more than that.
Should we have a controversial discussion about Hong Kong?
It seems
Why not? Why not?
I didn't think that would bring it up, but yeah, sure.
What is your opinion on Hong Kong?
I think it should stay with England.
That is not the worst opinion you could have. I am also increasingly of the opinion that it should have stayed an overseas territory of the United Kingdom. Because there's this whole thing that China is doing right now where they're like destroying its democracy and
I noticed that.
Subjecting it to totalitarian rule, and people are fleeing.
Lots of protests and spray painting cameras and RFID encased mandatory carry ID cards and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is the future.
Whoa.
Anyhow,
I can't wait for my show your papers please mandatory carry RFID ID card.
I'll start mandatory carrying like a gun instead of that.
Owned.
Because America.
My ID is my gun.
My ID is my gun. It proves I am an American sovereign citizen.
If you can match it to me at a crime scene, I don't need no goddamn American government issued ID.
That's right. That's right. Preach. Driver's licenses. Unnecessary accretion, question mark?
Probably.
Really?
Accretion?
thing that something has started doing that it shouldn't or doesn't need to.
Oh, yeah.
As in, I'm suggesting that the government should never have started issuing driver's licenses because it infringes on our freedom.
Well, we should...
libertarian.
I think we should do one of two things. We should either back off on the whole ID thing, or we should get like an actual functioning national ID with like some legal support and crypto behind it.
What? Crypto? Oh, now everybody's on board, man.
I don't mean cryptocurrency. I mean
What?
that instead of
Encryption.
typing a bunch of numbers into a website and getting your identity stolen, actually using modern cryptography to be able to show your ID with whatever
Why don't you
government
want your
service
identity
needs your
stolen?
ID. Sorry, that's very un-American of me. Using modern cryptography to be able to prove your ID to whatever like government website you're using without letting it get stolen.
No, I'm against
Yeah.
that because when Giles needs his social security number, I just add 1 to mine. Because that's how they're issued. They just
It
go
is.
up by
You're
1.
actually kidding.
No, I'm not.
You can reasonably guess
Oh my
if you
God.
can work out.
That's insane. I had not thought of that. I had assumed that it would be a little bit.
No, it's
there
like-
would be a
it's-
couple between you
No,
because.
the last 4 digits just count up.
Yeah, if you
Oh,
can.
I know that, but I assumed
the
that
first
there would be a
5
couple
digit-
between you because you
No.
weren't like born at the same second.
Like 1 minute apart. So
It's not like the hospital's that
I don't
busy.
know if you should like put this on the podcast or not.
This is like public information. Like the first 5 digits you can figure out based off where someone was born
and what year and month I think.
and,
Yes.
and year and stuff. And then the last 4 you can decently guess based off like time of birth and other available information.
So there's this
So
girl I
I
went
just
to
need
high
to.
school
So I
with.
just need to figure out one of your social security numbers, and then I can steal both of your identities.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't have a national ID because Giles would be screwed.
Because
You
he
would
wouldn't be able
forget
to
and you
remember
wouldn't be able to-
his
yeah.
Because he'd have a
number.
completely unique, safe number.
Boo.
Okay, so either a functioning national identity with like legal protections for its use to protect your privacy, or just roll it all the way back to like you get a fucking like paper deed or something, and you can go flash that when you go
Just
get
like-
a bank account.
That-
Hereto
that's
it
how-
be entitled that thou art a citizen of these United States of America, and wherefore the rights and privileges thereof are granted unto thee. Also, here is thy bank account.
Sure, whatever. Back off on the numbers in the databases and the giving up of said numbers for every possible conceivable purpose, and have a really nice looking piece of paper.
Why does the government need to know what I'm doing?
9/11.
Yeah.
9/11 is not a good reason.
But that is the reason.
You know, when people defend the Patriot Act, I actually turn into a libertarian. Like,
Fair.
anyhow, yes.
Maybe even go back to hot take. Go to just birth certificates. Because a birth certificate is not like a secure identity thing. It's not full of all these numbers.
It just proves that you were born.
It's just a record that every county health department independently keeps on file, and you can go ask for like $20. And it just proves that you're a human that exists. And that's it.
if you're presenting this paper, you are like you were born. I feel like you need a different form of identification.
Well, the point is
Why?
it's not identifying you. It's just saying
No,
that you're
for
a real
all
person.
of human history, somehow people got along just fine without the government telling them who they are and like everyone being able to track them based on a number.
And now suddenly, in order to get a job, I need to give up like 1 million different numbers that could easily get my identity stolen
I have to
and
give up-
piss in a cup.
Like all of my information.
You had to do a drug test for your job?
Yes, my fucking work from home programming job.
What?
I work for a church and I don't have to pee in a cup.
I worked for
That's because we're woke. Damn it,
Woke
Mr. Aliens.
University.
But anyhow, yes, China, leave Hong Kong alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whatever the
I'm
fuck
gonna
your
be shot like going home tonight, aren't I?
probably, and whatever the fuck your government is doing with IDs, they should not be mandatory to carry. That is
Yeah,
a
no.
gateway drug
You
into
should
mass
not-
surveillance
Yeah.
and mass deportation of
If your
anybody.
government is requiring you to carry your ID with you everywhere, then it's time to leave.
Signed all of Hong Kong.
Signed Hong Kong, Germany before like 1938,
Britain for some time.
Soviet Union, in Britain for some time. Although Britain's not exactly, historically speaking, a model of democracy.
Utah's over here riding the line. You're not required to carry your ID. You can
Unless you're driving.
Unless you're driving, which is a major privacy issue. Because, well, it's a major legal rights issue because a cop is entitled to see your ID for any of the million tiny reasons they could make up to stop you, and then they will immediately run it to see if they can arrest you on the spot. This, I think, should not be a thing.
I agree.
And in Utah, if a cop suspects you of being involved in a crime, you're not required to show physical ID, but you are required to give them enough information to look you up. Name, home address, date of birth, and such.
Yeah, that's not fun.
So that they can look you up and see if they can come up with an excuse to arrest you on the spot.
Here's another hot take. ACAB includes church ushers.
I have not heard that one before.
That's an old joke.
Well, you got an old joke. You got to show ID to get the program.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know.
Armed church ushers.
Just like we can regulate our own communion line. Damn it. No, that was a joke. I don't care.
I was a church usher back in my day.
Were you?
Yeah, you open and shut the door and you hand out the programs. That's it.
Fed.
Because we have
fed.
our sacrament is delivery based instead of pickup. You don't have to get up.
Yeah, it's also
you don't have to get up and you don't have to engage with any of the clergy.
It's also
you just get to see
bread
like a 12-year-old
and water, which I find endlessly fascinating.
Yeah.
You mean the body of Christ and the blood of Christ?
One of those things is true.
Wait, which one?
You tell me.
I'll ask Giles. I know his social.
Giles won't know. Another church news. This is
Take me to church.
unrelated to the
This
podcast.
is a church
and
intermission.
you can leave this off if you want, Kyle. But I now have a new job.
A third church? Is it another Episcopal
it's
church
not a
with
third
the
church.
same job?
It's the same church, same job. However, I have a new job within that job.
So you have 2 churches and 3 jobs. 2 and 1.
So
Two
more-
jobs, but I have more jobs in job number 1.
So additional responsibilities
Yes.
is what people would
Does
call
this
that.
come with additional income? Or additional hours?
No, but I get to do that instead of something else.
Oh, it's a
So,
replacement.
Something
Okay.
better or worse?
better. I
Okay.
don't. The
Okay, good.
thing that I'm not doing anymore, I do not want to do anymore.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And the thing is that I get to lead Sung Even Song every Friday at 6 o'clock.
What is Sung Even Song?
Oh, that's... I'll tell you on the way home.
Okay.
It's like...
I will
It's
not
secret.
find out.
Alex will
okay,
not find out.
fine. It's like evening prayers, but you sing almost everything.
That's kind of cool.
It's very
It's
cool.
like an opera? Or is it like
No.
the liturgical singing?
It's like chant. So
Cool.
here, I can...
Everybody in this congregation must be like actually okay-ish at singing.
But yes.
And I thought the Mormons sung a lot.
Oh, well.
I'm surprised you guys
here,
let Giles
here,
in.
I'll show you. Giles is a fine singer. He just doesn't think he is. I sit next to him every time he's at church. He's a fine singer. I don't know what his,
He must be adopted.
neurosis about this is. No, but here, I'll show you. I have it in my computer because I was working on this earlier today.
Wow,
And
your
you just
computer.
Have, you do the introduction in chant, and then you do all the different canticles in chant, and then you have the prayers are all chanted, and then you have a hymn, and then you chant the end as well. So it's all like music.
I don't think I could do that.
That's fine. Listen.
Here, let me get my Ottoman cake.
Yeah, sorry, Kyle. I didn't mean to bang the thing. But
That's
anyhow,
okay, you're allowed
I'm very
to sit
excited
down.
about this. I'm very glad that I will be doing this instead of the thing that I was doing before.
Very nice.
And
Cool. Job upgrade.
job upgrade. Major job upgrade.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah. Okay, that was entirely unpodcast related.
So
Let's get
in
on topic.
1890...
Gosh, we've been going for an hour and we're like a quarter of the way through. Continue.
You let me preach. This is becoming a yap episode. That's okay.
Hey, you got a picture of the St. George Terminal. Thank
Yeah.
you, Kyle.
I did that.
Oh,
Thanks, Alex.
I
picture.
might after the section. I might take over the reading.
Yeah,
'Cause then
thank
I
you.
think we'll kind of
So we can finish.
yeah.
Did you put the image source in the image
I
sources?
did, yeah, but it's
Nice.
CC, so
Cool.
free use.
Well, with CC, you still have to put the name on the screen.
No, it's like
CC0.
yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, in 1890, a line was opened connecting Staten Island to Jersey City. Things were looking up for the Staten Island Railway. Now, I might ask, what on earth is the alignment between Staten Island and Jersey City? Like, where's the rail bridge?
It's right here. It's in the image below. It goes over this little river, and
I'm
then it
squinting.
goes, and then it turns and goes up.
Oh, it's kind of like a long way around sort of approach.
Yes.
Seems sensible for a navigable channel.
Mm-hmm.
So this one on like the whole like north edge of the island, and that is certainly not in service anymore.
Nope.
Rip.
Which is a darn shame.
I feel like that could be a good Hubler route.
Interesting. Perhaps we will get to that
Oh, did
suggestion later.
Did I do an accidental
You
foreshadow?
did do a spoiler, but that's okay. Alex, continue.
Okay. Little major changes would happen over the next few decades, although an acquisition by the Pennsylvania Railroad did take place.
We're saluting.
We're
for
saluting the Pennsylvania
Pennsylvania.
Railroad.
Yeah.
Soon to acquire everything.
Yeah. The
We
system was finally electrified in 1925 with the hope that the tunnel under the Narrows would connect the system to Brooklyn and thence to Manhattan.
So there were dreams of
Yeah,
tunnels
what is
in
this like?
1925.
Okay, can you see? This is one of the things that was pissing me off about Google Docs earlier. Notice how it did a blue underline of thence, which is absolutely the appropriate word.
And then to Manhattan. The AI thinks you should speak like it's sample
The
data
AI
set.
thinks I should speak like a 2-year-old.
There's not enough dashes in this.
There's not enough M dashes yet.
So AI is going to destroy the internet because it will keep you from ever clicking on a website. So all the websites will die because they get no revenue. AI also appears to seek to destroy the English language by replacing the study of language and, words and meaning with mishmash that came out of its pages it scraped.
I think all the M dashes came from journals.
My boss has been devastated that she can't use M dashes anymore because she loved an M dash and now she
Yeah.
can't use it. Otherwise, people think she's using AI.
That's
Well,
such
give
a
it a
shame.
couple
And
more
she's
months.
like, if possible, more anti-AI than I am. So
If possible, yeah.
Well,
But give that a couple more months. It'll be the latest and greatest tick that something's being written with AI. And give it another year, you won't be able to tell.
we don't post our show notes, do we?
No, I just post like 2 sentences.
Cool.
notes.
I would appreciate, actually, this would be a good writing request. If you want to, when you're writing the episodes, take like 5 minutes and write like a 1-paragraph blurb we can put in the description in the show notes. I would greatly appreciate
Yeah, I
that.
should also put a bit in white ink that says "kill yourself with a banana" in
When
white ink, so that AI sort of loses its mind
Oh, okay.
if it ever is scrubbing.
I'll
our-
copy that in my HTML.
Yeah.
And I'll put seahorse emoji.
Seahorse emoji, seahorse emoji, seahorse emoji must be in every other sentence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, this connection to Manhattan would never occur.
Despite having been dreamed of for 100 years and counting.
And will never occur.
And will never occur, I guess, with cost inflation and Trump trying to cancel the fucking Gateway Tunnel project that is already ongoing.
I love canceling ongoing projects.
Especially,
it's so efficient. And
especially
saves
when
money.
you don't hold power of the purse. Hello?
Yeah, can we talk again about the fact that political science major here?
Yep.
Have a degree in political science.
You do.
Worked for the government.
You also did that briefly.
Yeah, and as it turns out, the legislature, the Congress of the United States of America, has the power of purse, not the president.
Crazy.
And the fact that he is being allowed to appropriate that power is deeply, deeply concerning.
It is kind of painful how quickly the discourse has shifted from, but it's literally illegal to Trump for Trump to do that to, oh shit, what did he do this time and how are we going to cope with it?
like you could.
Congress is doing nothing to wield its own power. Obviously, the Supreme Court's doing nothing.
Because it's filled with Federalist Society toadies.
Maybe if the Speaker of the House would swear in the new representative from Arizona, we'd get somewhere.
Can you tell I don't like the Federalist Society?
The Federalist Society, what's that?
It's this insane conservative think tank that is
You know,
destroying America.
Every time I'm trying to do basic research, which I think for the next video I'm working on, I'm just going to go to the goddamn library and find some textbooks. Because even civics websites these days are frequently like half AI. Anyways, when I'm trying to do basic research, every time I come up on like a thoroughly researched and well-written article by a think tank, because they have the resources to do research and writing, I'm immediately questioning, who the fuck is paying for this? Because think tank articles always have like the worst and most insidious slants. It's normal people, you can read their political slants in like the first 3 sentences. Think tank slants, you have to read like
well, it's because
pages.
it's like an art.
It is an art.
It's like
They
an art
treat it
and
like
a
an
science of like
Not
lying
sounding like
as
you have a slant.
effectively as possible.
Yeah, it's rhetoric, really.
It's evil is what it is.
Yeah. Here on the Red Line Podcast, we tell you our political thoughts as we think of them. No, we're not lying.
For example, I hate
Are you trying to think of something that's not too racist?
no, I'm trying to think of something. I hate 4-story buildings.
Do you like 5-story buildings?
Yeah, they're fine.
3,
No.
2.
Yeah.
So 2 and 5.
Yeah,
and
but
above.
I think 3 and 4 just look stupid.
So really, you're a maxing fire code stan, in that if you're going to build a stick frame building, either it should be 1 or 2 stories and really cheap, or it should be as high as is allowed with the construction material.
Totally. This was in no way merely a joke and an aesthetic statement. This was actually very well reasoned and thought through.
100%.
Okay, well,
The Reason Line Podcast.
let's get...
That's what they call us.
Let's get back to it.
Wow.
Oh, really?
The system's main line from Fort Totten to St. George was grade separated in the 1930s.
That's pretty impressive.
A project that was completed in 1937.
That's really early for railroad grade
Works
separation.
Progress Administration.
Oh, I forgot.
I assume.
Yeah, can we have that again, please? Oh, wait, Biden was trying.
Works Progress Administration. I feel like that should be a drop.
Once we hit the next recession, can we have like a good jobs program, please?
Nah.
No. No.
Because AI will do everything.
AI will do the fun parts of life, and we'll be stuck with shitty manual.
Stuck in
we'll be
grinding-
stuck building trails.
Grinding
and-
immiseration for all of humankind once again.
I went to Walmart to buy this $20 Casio watch that's probably worth $5, but because it says Casio, it's worth $20, I guess. And it was in a locked plexiglass case. Our Walmart's usually pretty okay at not having those. You can go buy your food and your entire TV or whatever and all office supplies. But apparently the $20 watches get the plastic case. Whatever. So you push the stupid button, right? That's powered by the machine. And then the human has to come over from whatever they were doing, open an app to get a digital NFC key to tap to open the battery-powered lock on the plastic case. The person that did this for me had to try 2 separate phones, like 5 separate times. AI is going to take all the fun parts of life and leave us with this.
Isn't it great to just make all of life worse for everyone?
Yes.
I wish AI could just take over the track damper for tracks.
That
That's
might
one-
actually be a good use case because whoever they have doing it now is not.
Well, then the
have
AI
any-
would probably hallucinate what the
Yeah, and it
curved
needs to
super
be-
elevation is supposed to be.
It needs to be like, it'll sort of turn into a roller coaster.
It might
AI thinks that's
bank
more fun.
the curve the wrong way. Yeah.
Okay, I take it back.
The
Or
AI
the tracks will
learned.
be sort of, slightly on level, so you're just sort of tilted sideways the entire time.
The AI learned on a data set of pedestrian walkways, so it'll add a side-to-side jog just for fun.
No, it was trained exclusively on railways in Appalachia, so it thinks that if a railway's not doing this, that it's failing.
Yeah, screw a highly skilled firmware engineering to make a computer that can. It's still clinically insane that this computer can move gravel and align rails within fractions of a millimeter by moving loose gravel. This is clinically insane technology built by highly skilled and specialized engineers. But AI, yeah.
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 AI will fix this. I believe in AI.
AI operated bus.
Oh, yes. Because let's get
Trains
rid of,
will be back on top for the
because
safest
let's
means of
get rid of
transportation.
all of like the last well-paying, relatively comfortable blue-collar jobs.
Well, and let's also get rid of bus transportation as the, I think, second safest mode of transportation behind passenger airlines. Maybe first safest. I feel like these
I
both
think
flip flop
trains are
because
safer.
that's false. They kill more people per passenger mile. A lot more.
Yes, because people.
Mostly due to poor system design for the trains. If we had grade separated railways and platform screen doors, maybe not so much. But yeah, we can destroy the safety record of buses. We can get rid of good paying, adequately paying jobs.
I said well-paying.
Adequately paying,
I feel
hopefully.
like that is true.
I don't know. What's UTA starting right now? $25 an hour?
That's pretty good,
That
Kyle.
is good.
I understand that you work in tech, so like your idea of what's a good salary is different from everyone else. But like,
compare that to like
I could make more money being a bus driver than doing.
yeah,
what
I
I'm
could
doing
make more
now.
money being a bus driver as well.
well, but if you look
And
at
we're
like
both like white collar professionals.
if you look at like Salt Lake cost of living and apply the apply the test of you should be able to pay for housing for like yourself and your family and not just yourself in like a quarter of an apartment.
Okay, but we can't actually apply that standard because literally no one who doesn't make a shit ton of money makes that amount of money.
And I think we should be able to apply that standard.
Yes, which we do by decreasing the cost of living.
And probably also increasing bus driver pay a bit.
Sure, because yes, I agree we should pay bus drivers more. But also, $25 an hour is good money. Pretty much anywhere in the world, actually.
Yeah, except New York and the Bay Area.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, if a $2,000 a month apartment's going to be like $2,400 a year just on rent, plus utilities and transportation and all that, you're going to run out of money real fast.
And this is why everybody it works now and nobody stays home.
24,000
a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus utilities.
Plus utilities.
You just said 2,400.
Oh, 24,000 a year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mm.
I was like 2,400. Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah.
A year? Oh.
2,400 a year.
$200
a
rent.
month?
Grandfathered in.
Oh. Yeah, that's like what people in like I don't know, the Upper West Side all pay. Shall we continue
Yeah,
now that we've
back
made
to
another
the-
giant digression about nothing?
Back to the episode.
About everything, perhaps, and maybe that's the problem.
Well, the system wasn't doing too well. It had a lot of debt, and although the war helped pay some of it, people were just driving and taking the bus more.
Yeah, the bus fare was cheaper than the train fare, and so
Oh,
people
was
were
this
taking the bus.
was this another one of those situations where the train company and the bus company are separate and they eat each other
Well,
to
the
death?
train company was the train company, and the bus company was municipal, and so
That's even worse.
Yeah,
Maybe if they operated together, they wouldn't eat each other alive.
shocking.
By the 1950s, the system was in dire straits.
Is that a band?
It's a good band, yeah.
Dire Straits is a band.
Yeah, it is.
I was gonna say, are there any straits around Staten Island?
Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, they call them the Narrows, but a narrow and a straight are basically kind of the same.
Different straight.
Straight
yeah.
and narrow. That's why they call it
The the North Shore and the South Beach lines were cut back in 1953, with all passenger service ending on those lines.
that. Rip.
The North Shore line would continue to be used for freight for some years, but the writing was on the wall. Only a large city grant saved the Tottenville line from being put out of service. It would operate with B&O crews under city subsidy until the 1970s.
Really? So we almost lost the Staten Island Railway
We
entirely.
did, yeah.
Damn. And I thought it was bad as
Because
is.
it was treated operationally speaking, more like a commuter railway than
Which
a.
it really shouldn't be, given
than
that
a-
it
than a
doesn't
rapid
actually go into
transit
Manhattan.
line.
Yeah. Which I guess that operation mode made sense up until we started tunneling trains into Manhattan, back when everything was ferries, but now it's just left in the dust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely, because the 70s were rough in New York, weren't they? So
They
I'm
were.
surprised it without the...
I don't know that it was ever as rough in Staten Island as it was in the rest of New York.
I'd believe that, but I'm sure it wasn't great. But without the state ionized?
Yeah, I didn't know what you call it.
State island.
Because there's nationalized, municipalized, but what is it when a state buys something?
Stadialized.
Yeah, and that's what I was
Sure.
trying to do here, and it's clearly
Stadialized.
actually not a real thing. So
Well, we just need practice pronouncing it. Stadialized.
Stadialized.
I don't know that
Okay.
that's actually the correct word.
Well,
but whatever.
We're
We
making
can
it
run
up.
with
We
it.
can say it however we want. Language
My
is
sources,
freedom.
I made it the fuck up.
Well, without it being stationalized in... It sounds kind of good. In 1971 and put under the control of the Staten Island Rapid Transit Operating Authority
Oh my
under
god,
the
these
larger
names.
MTA, it probably... Well, it definitely would have just gone with it.
Would have been cooked, yeah.
But under the MTA, the system got a modern R44.
Modern at the time.
Modern,
Hey, it was modern at the time. It was a brand new train.
cutting
true.
edge. 70s.
Yeah.
The
Also-
R44.
Also, I don't get the naming scheme for the trains. It's just
Nobody
R
gets
then
it.
whatever.
Yeah, kind of.
They were all doing drugs, I'm sure.
Was the 70s. They're on
And,
a lot of cocaine.
and
Cocaine mentioned?
psychedelics and...
New York City. There's a
Okay.
reason they call it the city that never sleeps, is all I'm saying.
NYCSubway.org,
bigger whack
rolling
for that
stock. Okay, so it
I'm
starts.
sure people are laughing at home.
It starts with an R, and then they sort of, kind of count it up, but they skipped lots of numbers.
You know, I just started doing that on maps I'm making at work. I went 1, 2, 3, 5, 35, 71.
Yeah, turns out nobody actually
Why?
cares.
Just to be evil, or
Because I started doing it incrementally, and then I started scaling it at 0.35 millimeters, and then I scaled it up to 71.
Based.
So they might have done something like this. But anyway, they got the brand new R44 trains and station overhauls beginning in the 1980s.
Do I want to know how bad the stations were before that? Probably some disintegrating wood.
I think that there was actually wood platforms on some of them.
Period appropriate. In the 80s, they'd
And-
invented
and-
concrete
and-
that works.
Some of them, the high platforms, did not extend the whole length of the trains. So there
Oh.
were low platforms on some parts. You sort of have to hop up into the
Safe.
rapid transit.
Assuming you didn't
cars.
fall through a rotting plank.
Yeah,
Great.
This is pre-ADA too, isn't it?
yeah. The, ADA accessibility is I think okay on the SIR these days, but it wasn't back then. So
Yeah. I think that was just a nationwide problem. But
Well, and the problem also is the ADA being passed in 1990, and these rebuilds happening in the 80s. So if the ADA had been passed in 1980 instead, which probably
damn
wouldn't
it,
because
Nixon.
Reagan.
Or wait, Reagan.
I guess
Yeah.
Reagan started in 1981, so we
Same
could have done
thing.
a last call in 1980 for the ADA just to get it on the Staten Island Railway and nowhere else.
But that would have been nice.
This was wasn't there a petition? Was it BART that was built pre-ADA, but there was a petition to make the entire thing accessible from the start, or was that a different system?
Bart.
Yeah, okay. And now we have what we have now.
Cool.
The greatest rapid transit system in America. BART.
BARRT.
Bay Area Railroad Transit.
Bay Area Rapid Transit. It makes it
because it goes
faster.
79.
In case of delay.
The North Shore Line was abandoned by the end of the 1980s, and that's pretty much the system today.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of changes since then. There's been a lot of proposals to connect the Staten Island Railroad with the greater subway network, but none have actually
With a
been
tunnel,
undertaken.
with a tunnel?
With a tunnel, which you can talk about if you want.
With a bridge, perchance?
I don't know about that, but
Oh.
there is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, but I don't think that was ever planned to have rail.
I guess if it's too circuitous, it's not very useful. Eventually it becomes worse than the ferry.
So the system today carries about 20,000 people a day.
That's kind of an L for anything vaguely near New York.
With a ridership of about 1,300 people per mile.
How often do the trains come?
So it's a maximum of 15-minute service during rush hour.
Ew!
And and peak direction only.
What?
And only for like a couple hours. It's really weird.
That's so stupid.
I think that the majority of this railroad's traffic may actually be on those trains. And then the rest of the time it runs like every half hour-ish.
Every 15 to 30
I love a good,
minutes,
reliable
the service is
schedule.
But
dog
interestingly, it does run all night.
That's cool.
It still runs 24/7.
Huh.
So,
But again, it feels like they're trying to run a commuter railroad in which the riders are only supposed to use it when
to
it
get
happens
to Manhattan.
when it happens to be worse than driving, which is only when you're going to Manhattan during rush hour. And the rest of the time you're supposed to drive, which is not a long-term sustainable way to build a transit system.
What? I'm shocked.
Yeah, our listeners are too. Definitely, 100%.
Well, anyway, this map.
The future.
Yeah.
So the Hableur, isn't there a bridge it's supposed to go over? Maybe ?
Yeah. So there is a potential for light rail. It's not really going to connect to this that much.
It's kind of doing its own thing.
Two different proposals to connect different things to Staten Island via light rail. One is to extend the Hableur onto Staten Island via a new bridge. The other is to use the old swing bridge.
Oh boy!
To connect Staten Island to Newark Liberty Airport.
And aren't there also separate ideas to extend the Hableur south down to Newark Liberty Airport from the other end?
Yeah, so this is possible that it would be like connected to the Hableur on two different sort of things. So it would be like Metrolink, because it would have to be a bi-state project.
Huh.
Wow.
That'd be sweet.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think I like the orange one better, if only because it doesn't go through like the most abandoned parts of Staten Island.
Yeah.
It makes some interesting turns.
And it has like some legitimate like use cases.
Yeah, that seems like a better idea. One that
like
actually
people
takes
are
you
not just going to
places.
the air. I understand that it's a very large employer, but this might be like a larger employer, and you can connect via NJT. I don't know.
And again, we're not trying to make the same mistake as the Staten
Maybe they
Island
should build both
Railway.
of
Maybe, but we don't want to make the same mistake of building a train that is not a development center and is only really something that's occasionally faster than your car. We want to build like a long-term investment in a transportation system that we can concentrate development around and people can rely on all the time for all sorts of trips. So going to the airport is less useful than going everywhere except the airport.
Staten Island Railroad is definitely on my bucket list of weird transit things I want to ride.
Except you have to take the ferry out to use it.
But yeah.
I think you can take
and
a bus
that's
the
another
long
great
way.
reason to do it. Like, I love ferries.
Recreational ferry rider. The book I'm reading right now, the absolute yuppie main character pair, love riding the ferry. I mean that as a slur.
What's wrong with riding a ferry?
No, I meant yuppie as a slur.
Okay, I was
Okay.
I was going to say, good, I was recreationally riding the ferry in Seattle.
I love the ferry.
The ferry is cool.
Like, I
Seattle has
on my
nice
last trip to the Promised Land, I only rode the ferry for business purposes.
Oh.
I was a businesswoman doing business. And that was fine, but I didn't get to do my beloved Sausalito ferry, so very sad. Only Larkspur.
Sag. Only one ferry? No, that
No, I
doesn't
had to do it twice because I had...
to go both ways.
Okay, you want to hear my goated way of visiting San Francisco by car without having any chance of getting your car
Is parking in a smart train long-term storage lot for cheap?
Parking in the Sonoma County Charles W. Schultz Airport smart train parking lot, not for free, for $5 a day for up to 5 days.
That's fucking cheap. That's
And
really fucking cheap.
Then you ride the smart train down to the city, or to the ferry, and take the ferry into the city. And then no one's going to break into your car because no one is getting off the train to do smash and grabs.
Anywhere, frankly.
Not anymore, yeah, but...
Oh, no one's getting off the train there anyway, so nobody's going there for any reason.
You would
anyways.
be shocked by the number of people who embarked and disembarked at that station with me.
Is it just because, is it the end of line?
No.
Oh.
It's
okay.
Really cheap parking.
Okay.
There's like 10 parking spots though. There's not much parking.
Okay,
I
anyways.
had built an extra like hour of time into my schedule in case I had to drive down the road to the airport and then walk back because there's so little parking there. So, but anyhow, I strongly recommend this. Conclusion. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube, and to follow and leave us a rating on iTunes and /or Spotify. If you like what we do here, please consider becoming a member on Patreon. Patrons receive early access to all of our regular content, as well as exclusive content, including our upcoming physical media release and occasional merch drops.
Wow,
Speaking
full
of
names, full
patrons,
names. Speaking of pulling it up. Okay, I'm gonna try and sort it by name and then pledge. Is that a thing? Okay, sort by name. That's so gonna get us booted off of YouTube. You know what'll be nice? For I guess oh fuck, it's still in order, whatever.
You should do the RT game of covering that up. The RT game thing of covering that up with different music.
YouTube. That we have a shot. No, but the nice thing about both digital Patreon releases and all physical media releases is we are not beholden to whatever bullshit YouTube wants. We are beholden to actual copyright law, which is a lot easier to deal with than YouTube.
At $10 or more per month, we have Aaron, Curtis Herring, Zach Adams, Tony Stunts, and Austin Speaker. And you are the Staten Island Ferry tier because the Staten Island Ferry is, I think, the most ridden ferry in America, if I'm correct.
More than the railway, you think?
Oh, certainly.
Oh. Cool.
Like, I'm looking this up now.
Yeah, source. You looked it up?
Source, I made it the...
You can say fuck.
It has a yearly ridership, I think, 4 times that of the SIR.
Holy crap, that SIR sucks.
And it's wicked frequent as well.
More than the SIR?
I think so, yeah. I think it comes every 20 minutes all day, every day.
That's probably more vehicles, more like transit vehicles per hour on average.
That's a lot for a ferry. Like, ferries are not that frequent.
That's true.
In America.
That's true. Because they're fucking expensive and they hold a shit ton of people.
Easily the most frequent ferry route, in North America.
That's cool.
At $5 a month, our red line tier, which is also the making up random numbers tier, we have DJ.
Hi, Will.
Watkins.
The lag is real.
It's a tradition.
The 5-foot lag. Nebula.
Speed of sound.
Robert P. Walsh.
I wish it was in order.
Yeah, they gotta change it.
We gotta do this fucking spreadsheet export so we can pivot table it into order.
Look, when you're making fun of me for my lag, understand that the lag of the sound getting from your mouth to my ears is much less than the lag of the sound getting from my ears to my brain and then back out to my mouth.
And that
it's very slow in there. It's like rush hour traffic in New York in there.
Yeah.
Continuing, Christopher Whaley, Elijah Kensler, Reluctant LA resident, Sky Lukowski, Isaac Madsen, Zephyr Zamoro, and Kyle Irving.
At our blue line, or shall we call it Staten Island
if it was better
Transit
tier?
Company. When it was better tier. $3 a month, we have Ethan McDonald, Zach Verstaat, Alex Tykowski, G4, Evelyn, Matt Gray, McKay Ransom, Oliver, Sam Myers, Limitless Zest, Toronto Transit Channel, and flight attendants.
Oh, we looked it up last time.
Because it's Dutch.
Okay, let's do this again.
I'm
on Giles' Wi-Fi.
We have an serious problem. In the immortal words of one Dutch politician.
Yeah.
Which means we have a serious problem in Dutch.
Cool. Good quote.
Okay, I guess we can, I'm on Giles' Wi-Fi and it cut out.
And a flight attendant.
Keep it here. Let me see.
Digitally giving it here. Please wait.
It went directly into my brain.
Giving you it, and by that I mean my brain.
Nijintal? Nijintje?
Look, I don't know. We did this last episode. I still haven't put that one up, so we'll find out someday.
And at Green Line tier, Staten Island Railroad tier, if it had the North Beach line. We have Capil, Benjamin Wood, Joshua S. Horvath, William Rowe, and Ryan Bailey. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
I'm very sorry that we were completely off basis this entire podcast.
Oh, we're an hour and a half in. You shouldn't let me take the lead.
No,
Yeah.
I think that maybe, yeah.
You or Alex should do it.
Depending
I'm the big yapper already.
how you edit this one, this could either be our most problematic episode or the most rambling episode.
Or both.
Or both, or it could just be a normally problematic and normally rambling episode.